this is such a sexualized culture that most people don't even know that there's anything wrong with any part of sexuality. And so in order to get even noticed in any part of the secular world is very, very difficult, because they're just going, what's this guy talking about? There's nothing wrong with any of this. And in this kind of milieu, it makes us be in a position where we are going to get rejected a lot. And I just want you to know, Phil, that it wasn't too long ago. I mean, some of the things we've done have tested me. And of course, I've been all over the world speaking on this. Okay. But when you start, I mean, that was in Christian circles. All right. But when you start getting out into secular circles where, you're going to be on Ryan and Pineda's broadcast or that sort of a thing, I had to really do some soul searching on whether I really wanted to go in some of these directions we're going with social media, because I know I'm going to get pushback in ways I've never ever gotten pushback. Now I'm not as brave as my 4 kids, because they've spent their whole life being sexually pure in a rottenly sexualized culture. They're very used to taking arrows and shots. I still have vestiges of anxiety with that sort of a thing. And so, I mean, I had to really count the costs. And I eventually said to myself, you know what? I don't care. If I get mocked, where it really tested me was the Billie Eilish thing when you and I talked about it. And, actually sending that statement back to Rolling Stone magazine and all that, because, I thought to myself, well, what if this creates some kind of firestorm out there? And I had to be willing to have my face tied to the firestorm, for God's sake. And, it's hard. I think Brad was right in our discussion. It's hard. But, somebody at this time in the history of the United States has to stand up for the truth and say, look, we are allowing our sons and daughters to see porn at ages of 6, 8, 10, and we haven't even thought through what that's going to do to their sexuality. Well, I have, and I know what it's doing to their sexuality, and it's going to destroy their ability to connect with their spouses. And I'm just like, what are we doing? And so that voice has to be out there, and I'm willing.